In Japan, women in their 60s are rarely seen rushing through a gym or chasing intense workouts. Instead, they begin their mornings with movements so gentle, they almost look like a dance. And yet, their bellies are calm, their bodies stay slim, their energy flows. So why is it that here in America, we try so hard, but our midsections only feel more inflamed, more swollen, and more foreign to us? You feel it too, don't you? The bloat that arrives before breakfast, the tight waistband that used to fit, the frustrating sense that nothing you do seems to help anymore. You've cut the sugar, you've tried the crunches, you've even punished yourself with fasting and endless cardio, and still, your belly feels like it's not your own. Today, we're going to show you a truth you were never told, and a flow that might gently change everything. In Japan, aging is not a battle. It's an unfolding, a slowing down into wisdom, grace, and softness. Morning isn't rushed, fitness isn't punishment, and women don't wake up bloated, inflamed, or disconnected from their own bodies. Now picture this. You wake up in the US, already 10 minutes late. Your Apple Watch tells you it's time to move. You force yourself into tight leggings and launch into burpees before your coffee. Because somewhere, you heard this is the way to fight menopause belly. But the bloat? It's still there. The tension in your gut? Worse. And the shame? Louder. What if the way we move is the reason we feel stuck? Here's something you were never told. That belly you're fighting, it may not be fat. It may be stress wrapped around your organs. It may be inflammation, not laziness. And the workouts we were sold, they might be making it worse. Cortisol, the stress hormone, rises when you push your body too hard, especially in perimenopause and postmenopause. And guess where cortisol sends fat? Right to your belly. Even well-meaning Pilates routines, when rushed or overperformed, can backfire. And yet in Japan, women slow down. They breathe. They move with softness and precision. They never crush a workout. The biggest myth? That strength has to feel hard. But Japanese women practice something else. Control, flow, intention. There's a morning ritual called Radio Taiso, a gentle stretching broadcast practiced by all ages, even in schools and company offices. Movements are small, controlled, sometimes set to music, but they wake up the fascia, open the core, and soothe the nervous system. The result? A calm digestive system, less abdominal tension, and a flatter, more peaceful midsection. Not because they fought their bodies, but because they listened. Science supports it. A 2021 study from Kyoto University found that gentle abdominal mobility movements, like the ones found in Asian Pilates, flows reduced bloating and improved digestion in postmenopausal women within weeks. Why? Because the gut is deeply tied to the parasympathetic nervous system, the part that needs safety, slowness, and breath to do its job. When you're in fight or flight, your digestion halts. When you're in flow, your belly softens. So the secret was never about burning more. It was about restoring the nervous system and opening the fascia, the body's inner web of tension. She lifts her arms slowly overhead, inhales deeply, and rolls forward, gently swaying through her spine. No rush, no pain, no pushing. Each movement presses into her core, opens her hips, unlocks her breath. This isn't Pilates the way we know it. It's slower, deeper, ancient. This is movement as nourishment. And her belly? Peaceful. If you're a woman over 40 and you've stared at your reflection, asking, why do I still look 3 months pregnant? Why do I feel so swollen all the time? Why do I work so hard? For nothing. It's not your fault. Your body is asking for something different. Not more intensity, more intimacy, not more pain, more presence, not another diet, but a return to your own rhythm. Let's pause for a moment. Have you ever finished a workout and felt bigger instead of smaller? Eaten clean all week, but woke up more bloated? Thought, maybe I just need to push harder. Here's the truth. You don't need to work harder. You need to work with your body, not against it. One woman told us, I was doing abs 5 days a week. I wasn't losing my belly, I was holding my breath just to hide it. But when she swapped her morning routine for 6 minutes of gentle core flow, inspired by Japanese slow movement, her digestion changed, her sleep improved, and she stopped fearing the mirror. So let me ask you, what if your body isn't broken? What if it's just been begging for a softer approach? Imagine tomorrow morning, no alarms, no rushing, no pressure, just you in soft light, feet grounded, arms lifting with the inhale, spine releasing with the exhale. A simple Asian Pilates flow, no equipment, no intensity, just breath, flow, and reconnection. You begin to feel your belly soften, not flatten from force, but soften from surrender. This isn't about losing 10 pounds overnight. It's about losing the war against your own body. Let me ask you something. Softly, have you ever punished your body for just being in menopause? Do you feel like no one prepared you for this version of your belly? What would it mean to feel peaceful in your body again? Tell me in the comments, what part of this surprised you the most? And are you craving gentle movement over intensity now too? You're not alone, and your story matters here. A woman named Lisa, 52, once shared something that I've never forgotten. She said, I spent years trying to shrink my belly. I tightened my core. I pushed harder. I thought if I could just be disciplined enough, the bloat would go away. But what I really needed was to expand my breath. It wasn't until she found this 7-minute flow, soft, slow, and so unlike anything she'd ever tried, that something finally shifted. And when she finished it for the first time, she cried. Not because it was hard, not because it changed how she looked, but because, for the first time in years, it didn't hurt. And in that gentle space, something inside her finally exhaled. Her belly, her nervous system, her whole self began to heal. If you're listening right now and something in you feels cracked open, maybe just a little, I want you to know this. You're not imagining things. That bloated foreign feeling in your own body, it's real. That brain fog, that emotional fragility, that bone-deep exhaustion, it's not just age, it's not laziness, and most importantly, it's not your fault. You are not broken. You are not too far gone. You are not weak. You are simply living inside a body that's been left out of the conversation for too long. And the most painful part, so many women, your sisters, your friends, maybe even your daughter, are still waking up each day in the dark. They feel the bloat, the tight chest, the shallow breath, and they blame themselves. They think it's just weight, or failure, or weakness. They don't know this is menopause. They don't know there's another way. They've never been shown a gentler path. That's why the Hormonal Balance Institute exists. Not to sell you a miracle, not to fix what was never broken, but to gently light the path back to your own body, and to remind you that you're not alone on this road. So, if anything in this video made you feel seen, even just a little, please don't keep that feeling to yourself. Subscribe to the Hormonal Balance Institute so more women can find this calm, so more mothers, daughters, sisters can feel heard. Share this video with just one woman you care about. She may need it more than you know. And please leave a comment. Because when one woman speaks her truth, another woman finds the courage to stop hiding. This is how we change the menopause story. Not with shame, not with silence, but with sisterhood. Let's stop surviving in the dark. Let's start supporting in the light together.